Recently we have put together a live band that is currently in rehearsal.
Yeah.
And I hope, we've got some amazing players on it. I mean, we've got Matt Shepherd who did the first two solos on the album, on the first two tracks, sorry. And we played with him before in a band before.
He was in our previous band called Timefall, and we played with him. We know him well. We get on really well, and he's a great guitar player. So we've got him drafted for the guitar slot.
We got Christian von Schönberg for the keyboard part, and he did the solo on Heaven's Falling. And as he's recently moved to London, it's a case of he's readily available.
Because when he recorded the part, he was actually living in France. So even with that, we did it over the internet, and we hadn't met him until he moved into London.
So I mean, that's fantastic. And we're going to have a new singer because all the other singers are in their respective countries, and we've had to get a new singer in from England, so we can rehearse with him, plan for the new gig. And again, he was John Tatum, who's in the band Numeria, and again Timefall, which me and Rich were in beforehand, who's just an amazing vocal talent. And we really hope that obviously it won't be the same of having Niels on the track, but we really, or any other.
I mean, it's different. I wouldn't do it down or anything. He is an amazing singer, and he can easily reach the standard that these other singers are getting.
Absolutely.
But obviously, it is different.
But we hope we can live up to the same expectation that the people will expect. After hearing the album, we hope we can get to that same level, but also make it different enough. So this is like the live experience as opposed to the studio experience.
But there are not any dates fixed until yet.
Not yet. We're looking because obviously we're both still at university at the moment, so we can't really commit too much for major tours and everything. So we're sort of at the moment we're looking for festivals and maybe a few bigger gigs. We want sort of just around the UK really, because you find so many of these bands, they have their album, and no matter how good it sounds, they just end up playing sort of nothing
really low-key gigs.
Yeah, just in their local pub every week, and we just don't want to do that because we think it's better than that, really. So we're looking to sort of get a bit higher up and play festivals.
A little bit of time as well to promote your material live.
Exactly. Yeah.
What distinguished you from other bands from the progressive power metal sector?
I'd say quite a lot of the bands that play progressive power metal, they tend to, I don't want to generalise too much here, but you can tell that they draw quite a lot on the metal and the power side more than progressive and the lighter songs. And I think that on this album it's much more balanced, and we focus a lot more. I mean, there's a couple of ballads on there. There's lighter, more
classical solos.
Yeah, classical tracks, more acoustic tracks, but again, still mixing it with that power metal, heavy metal influences as well. And then, there's even stuff ranging to like death metal growls and thrash metal riffs, and it's all there.
So everything is on it.
Exactly, but I'd say that we try and balance it quite well, sort of evenly as well.
So Matthias Noren created your cover artwork. Who has created covers for Camelot and many more? How did it came that he created it for you?
Well, what happened with that is I think it was from maybe 2007 or beginning of 2008 or sometime like that. He actually stopped making covers for bands just because it's really hard to make a living out of it, obviously. But what happened was because I was such a fan of the art that he's done in the past, and so many of the bands that I've listened to and I really enjoy have had covers, and he's just a fantastic artist as well. I thought it would be amazing if we could get him to contribute to the album, so I just sent him a message saying, what can you do? And he had artwork that he's previously made that hasn't been used by anyone. He's just got in his archives, and he gave us access to have a look at all these different covers.
Presented by the Metal Underground website.